All right guys, VacconJohn here today, and we're gonna go through winter recirculation on a combo truck. So now this is a dual engine combo truck, and the process of winter recirculation is moving water through the truck and getting a fast moving stream going so it can't freeze. So if you're going out to a job and you need water on board, but it's freezing outside, it's best practice to recirculate that water and move that water from the tanks to the water pump, through your sewer rotor hose and back to the tank. So it's really simple to set up, especially on a dual engine truck like this one. Now this is a Vac-Con DE12 combo truck with a pro reel. So I've got a winter recirculation valve tied into my hose reel. All I need to do is connect my hose, get that water flowing and tell it where to go, and then I can choose my RPMs and I'm winter recirculating while I'm driving down the road. So we're gonna take a close look at the process of getting this going. To start the process, you need to choose where you want the water to recirculate. Now, the most popular way of recirculating your hose is going to be through the front jet hose or the sewer rotor hose. That's the most popular option people choose. On this truck, I also have an option to recirculate my Hydro Excavation system, which is just a 50-foot reel. So I can recirculate that water through a 50-foot reel curbside, or if I'm going to clean lines and I'm going to put water through this jet hose anyways, I'm going to go ahead and recirculate it. So starting off, I'm going to show you how I would recirculate through the front jet hose. Now, all I've done so far is given my sewer hose some slack so that I can reach the winter recirculation valve down here. This recirculation valve has a quarter turn ball valve attached to it. All I need to do in this step is connect this leader hose to my rotor hose. So I'm going to come down here and tighten it onto this fitting. Once I get it snug, I can go ahead and turn the ball valve and open the fitting. Once I have the hose connected and my ball valves open, all I need to do is turn the water on and tell it where I want it to go. So with a pony motor or a dual engine truck, I come to my auxiliary engine and I press auxiliary engine on to get my pony motor fired up. Once the pony motor's on, my water's pumping. I just need to tell it where I want it to go, and I'm just gonna go to jet hose on. When jet hose on is turned, that ball valve opens and I have water flow moving through the hose into the tanks and back through that hose again, and I'm recirculating right now. Another big plus about running a dual engine truck, I can choose that flow setting that I want that water to move. So I can bring my RPMs up on that pony motor, and it doesn't matter if I'm parked or driving down the highway, I'm still gonna get that continuous flow. So if I wanna increase my flow coming through that hose, I just raise my pony motor RPMs, and now I've got plenty of water flowing through this system and it's not going to freeze. When I'm done and I pull up to the job site, I would decrease the RPMs back down to idle. I would turn my jet hose off, and now I can turn that water pump off if I choose to, or I can keep it flowing back from the pump to the tanks the entire time while I disconnect this hose and get my nozzle on. If I wasn't going out and using my rotor hose to clean lines, and instead I was going to hit catch basins or I was going to dig using my Hydroexcavation circuit, all I want to do is change where I'm recirculating that water. Instead of recirculating through the front rotor hose and getting that whole system full of water and making it so I have to winterize that at the end of the day, I can keep it dry up there and I can run this Hydroexcavation circuit and recirculate it. Let's go through the steps of doing it that way. All I'm gonna do is change where I'm sending that water. I'm gonna take this reel with my Hydro Excavation circuit with my QD here. I'm gonna take this QD and attach it to this fitting. When I attach that to this fitting here and make sure that that disconnect is locked tight and spun, I'm gonna open the ball valve associated with the Hydro Excavation recirculation. At that point, I've made it so the water can flow through here, but I gotta tell the water where I want it to go. Now, I'm gonna go ahead, go back to the front, turn my auxiliary engine on. By holding that aux engine on button, my pony motor starts up and I've got water flow moving through the truck. I wanna tell it to go through this line. So I'm gonna go to Hydro Excavation control and open this ball valve. Then I'm gonna go to pump control and pressurize that line. And again, I can increase the RPMs of that pony motor and spin those up to whatever flow I want to recirculate to. And I can drive down the road, doesn't matter if I'm parked or if I'm driving down the highway. I'm still gonna get that flow moving through the system through this hose.